Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market still doesn't open up for about an hour, but 178.25, which looks very, very interesting. So much so that it actually has me potentially interested in a pre-market trade. So I wanted to get the video rolling for now in case an opportunity comes along. If it doesn't, I'll just see you back at the open, like I said, right about an hour from now. But I'll trade pre-market. But usually it needs to be an extra special setup that I really like. And like I said, that 178.25-ish, I'm actually looking over at this chart. So that level there looks very, very interesting. Now, granted, right now it's actually going up. So that level is not going to be in play. But if it does get in play, then yeah, I'll get the video rolling again and maybe we'll get a pre-market trade. But if not, I'll just see you back at the open. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get long here at 895. I think EDSA. I like this pattern quite a bit to get up over the $9 mark. So just 500 shares here. Might look to pick up some more. Let's see, what time is it? It is 8:51. So market opens up here in about 40 minutes. So all right, I'll go ahead and pause and we'll see what happens with this trade. All right, there's the break of 9. And nice. Out there for a quick $150 scalp. I apologize. It was down at 880. And then all of a sudden, I glanced away to look at something in the chat room. I looked back, and it was at, I think right when I got the video rolling, right before that break. But was hoping for just $100 on this scalp, but walked away with even $50 more than what I had planned. So very happy with that. Always good when you walk away with more money than what you had planned. Well, market opens up here any second now, and it did open up below where I wanted it to at that 178-ish area. So plan number one, never mind, as it pulls back. But I would be interested now if this thing wants to actually work its way back upwards. I definitely have a bearish mindset towards this one. And what you hear is typing. So here we go. Let's see if we can get some sort of bounce. What is that area up there? Yeah, 180 would be awesome. Put an order out to short 500 shares at 180.50. So we'll see if it wants to work its way up there or not. Again, what you hear is typing. And I'm just making alerts in the chat room. Let's see, what is this? 178. Yeah, 178.50. Get that alerted. Yep, that looks good. So I will be interested at 178.50. I realize I canceled my order up there just because now I'm wanting to see some sort of confirmation. Although that would have been a fantastic entry point at 180.50, but that's good old hindsight for you. So again, 178.50-ish, right around that area. Let's see. Yeah, well, I like that area. So we'll see what kind of candle here wants to form. What is that? More of 179 now at this point. Yeah, 179. I like that area. So it's trying to get down there. So I'm getting in. I think this thing wants to get down below 179. Going for the break. There it is. So I have 200 shares left now. And I want to let this one work for me here a little bit. Okay, now just 100 shares left. Excellent. 178.51, putting my stop loss in at. Actually, now seeing this. 178.01. So all out there for a $376 score, which puts me at $526 on the day. And $500 a day keeps the day job away. Let's see. Oh, nice. Let me get this alerted here. I'm all right now. Too late on that one. That would have been a nice breakout, but just pulled it up a little bit too late. Oh, Roku's dying still. Yeah, that one at this point, Shorten would totally be chasing, but if that thing wants to bounce back upwards, that would be nice. All right, well, just to go back to, because it all happened very quick on the Boeing trade. Probably got a little too tight with that my stop loss there. But this is total hindsight. Well, good. I'm glad members also are doing fantastic with this one too, and I'll show the alert that I made on it. But that last 100 shares here was my stop loss. So at that point, it was just a matter of, how much money was I going to make, because it was already going to be a profitable trade. But the last 100 shares, I put the stop at 178.01. And it bounced up and took me off. But the premise here that I'm trying to get across is, by keeping those 100 shares, had this thing, or if it does continue to go further and further downwards, then my upside would have been very, very large. Now, of course, in hindsight, I got stopped out. But the general principle here is that's what you want to be doing in your trading, is you want to at least leave a portion of your position in the trade, because you might think, oh, this is it. There's no way this thing could make me any more money. And you might just pull your entire position out. But what happens if you're wrong and it would have given you more of an opportunity to make money? So by leaving at least a little bit in, so it's now bouncing back upwards. But what is this? I'm going to get that alerted now, because that looks like a new flush point. There we go, at 177. Yeah, and just to show how the chat room works, I don't want to waste. Here, let me just pause and I'll grab the tool here. All right, so what we had here is the chat room. This is just, I know a lot of people ask, hey Clay, how does your community work? Well, right there, I had alerted 178 flush point, and when you think of flush, what direction do you think of? Prices going down. So 178 was that key area, and let's see. Let me just map this out so you can kind of see how it all played out. I adjusted mine up to 179, but even if members just decided they felt more comfortable at 178.50, that's what that green line represents. And flush point, if you're brand new, believe it or not, you can make money when prices go down. That is known as going short, being short, shorting a stock. But yes, that's a very bizarre concept to hear. I get it when you're a beginner to the markets and just getting started. But yes, you can make money when prices go down. So I get it. It seems weird to be talking about having the price go down be a good thing there. But yeah, the price went from 178.50 all the way down to basically 176. So $2.50 move in essentially 3 minutes. So members could have done very well there. And now, wow, look at the big old bounce here. So potentially another setup here is taking shape. And actually, I'm curious, how do those other ones work out? So I also alerted NCLH. Obviously, I was not able to watch these ones because I was trading BA, but I do want to keep my eye on BA. See a little bit of a pullback right there. Basically a no trade there on NCLH, and then what was the other one that I alerted? CCL, so a couple cruise lines. Let's see how that one played out. Oh, that one would have been nice there. That did pull back. Granted, it wasn't a very relatively speaking, that's a pretty big red bar right there. So that one worked out nicely. But Boeing is the one that's still what is that? 180, 182. Yeah. So I'll just show you how the room works. So let me get this updated here. BA 180 flush. Stop over 182. So there's the trade plan and the alert that's been made, again, looking for a break to the downside of 180, and then stop would be up there over 182. So that's been alerted. You can see it hasn't quite happened yet, but that's just an example of how things work. But I'll go ahead and, while we're at 10 minutes, I'll go ahead and pause the video and I'll look around. But I'll be fully honest. I'm more than happy with $500. Like I said, my kind of general trading motto, trading philosophy is $500 a day keeps the day job away. So I'll be extra picky with any sort of setups I take. I'll probably reduce position size just because I'm already more than happy with this. But let's see what else is out there. All right, I totally walked away. Have not been paying attention really at all. It's 10:07, and regardless, so I want to walk through this trade. You saw me make the alert on it, and it makes a fantastic educational example here. And mainly, I know a lot of the students of my program watch these videos. So those of you Trading Freedom Pathway members, take note. You know, the stop loss, as I said, was over 182, and listen to as high as it went. It literally hit a high of 182.50. Pulled back, went back up there. Look at these highs. 182.45, 182.39. And then it eventually did roll back over for a nice little trade. Now, was it a home run? Not really. And, you know, theoretically speaking, people could still be hanging on, still waiting for this thing to roll back over. But I can also see how after sitting through this whole sideways consolidation, when you got the move, wanted to lock in some profits off the table there. But I suppose there could be some members still waiting out there because it does still have the opportunity to maybe roll back over. But really, the big lesson there is, and I'll put this, you know, I'll throw this out there for you as a viewer, as kind of a, how much do I understand? Where do I stand in my knowledge of the markets? When I say 182.50, if you're like, oh yeah, I totally get what you're getting at, Clay. I totally understand why that level is important relative to staying in the trade and, you know, maintaining your position in the trade. If you totally get it, then perfect. I mean, I'm not going to say that you're a professional trader, but I will say, hey, you have a nice little understanding. If you're sitting here saying, I have no, what does 182.50 have to do with anything? Like, where is that number coming from? Why does it matter? Well, then that's okay. We all start in a spot where, you know, when you don't know what you don't know, then, you know, you may not know that. But what I'm telling you is, as somebody that may not know what you don't know, you should know why 182.50 is very significant here and why it's pretty cool to see how this behavior acted within regards to that. So nice little winning trade there for members that you saw play out, assuming, of course, you have a little bit more of an understanding of the markets. But if you're just kind of running around making stuff up as you go, then yeah, I could have seen how maybe some people got stopped out there. But literally hit 182.50 and rolled back over. And NVAX now all of a sudden going downwards. Oh my, and this one needs to be, oh, somebody else beat me to it. Good job, Kainoa. Show you Kainoa just beat me to the alert here. So NVAX blood. Yes, that's definitely quite the bloody move there. What did it went from basically 49? Holy smokes, down to 45. So $4 move, and these are still 1 minute candles. So in basically 1 minute, and now up it goes. Look at this thing. All right, well, this is, let's see, let's go to 51.50 to go short 100 shares. I have no idea if that's realistic or not, but after just seeing this thing bounce $4, basically $5 in a minute, I would like to think that 51.50 might be within striking distance, but wow, look at crazy mover. All right, well, I'll keep my eyes on it a little bit, but like I said, I'm probably going to just wrap things up, given you know, let's go through the math here real quick. So that first pre-market trade, I was in that for, we'll just call it 2 minutes, even though it was less than 2 minutes. And then Boeing was in that trade for, we'll call it 3 minutes, even though it wasn't even that long. So basically, I've been trading for about 5 minutes. So $525 in 5 minutes. I'll take it. But like I said, I haven't even been around. I went to hang out with my kids a little bit, goof around, see what was on their agenda today as I ate breakfast. I do work from home, so that's, when I say it's not like I had to drive back home or anything. Driving consisted of me walking to the other room. All right, well, I will pause, and if it looks like this 51.50 area might come into play, then I'll get the video rolling. All right, it's moving here a little bit, although I'm not sure if my screen is flickering or not. What is going on with that? All right, I think things got things figured out here, but we'll see. If it starts to go haywire again, then I apologize. But I just want to quickly wrap up the video. If you're interested in trading alongside me and getting the types of alerts that you saw here, then you can just go to claytrader.com/team. That's where my private community exists. And the way to approach that, and we'll use this pricing model, $99 for 3 months. So it's not $99 per month, but $99 for 3 months, which breaks down to $8.25 per week. So the question really to ask yourself is, if I invest $99, do I believe the service can make me more than $8.25 per week of value? If you believe that it can, then great, we'd love to have you. So that's really the way to go through it. And then as far as this video is concerned, if you like these live trade videos and you would like for me to keep making them, the very quick and time efficient way to communicate that to me, just hit that like button. And also leave a comment down below if you've ever watched any of my other past videos. Then you know that I read comments and I will reply to them. So questions, comments, suggestions, leave those down in the comment section below. Then also check out the channel as a whole, and hopefully you decide to hit that subscribe button. But overall, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I hope you decide to check out the community, claytrader.com/team. Or if nothing else and you just want me to keep making these videos, then hit that like button. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.